Yeah,
Hey, how you doing, Sebastian? Hey, welcome to the Vibe Vault. It's great to have you here. I've been looking forward to this. How's it
such a
been going?
great. We are really stoked because it's only some weeks till our album is coming out.
Like it's the 25th, isn't it, of this month?
Yeah, yeah,
Did I get that right? 25,
yeah,
August
yeah.
25.
yeah.
Yeah, and I don't even remember how I don't remember how we got onto this.
I forgot to, but it was fun. So must
I'm
be a must be a good start.
Yeah, I was just
Fun
thinking
in
back
it.
earlier, and I'm thinking, how did we get to this point? Like all of a sudden, we're playing your stuff every week on our show, and now here we are doing an interview, and
Yeah.
there's still more to come. So that's wonderful. Well, let's get down to it. I'll get right on. Get down right here. I'll give you the first question.
Yes.
The band's been around since 1985. What's kept the Creeping Candies going for nearly 40 years?
Um, I think it's Hölle, the singer. He's a really cool guy, cool in the best ways. He's like in the old days, in the first 2 years of the Creeping Candies, there was a lot of rumor going on because of the producer and of the record label they had, and they played really big shows, but he kept cool. He really kept cool and said, it might be over tomorrow. I don't stress myself. I don't quit my job. And I don't want to play too often. So, and I think he's the pinnacle to the mystery. He's the one. He's the only one who started all this 40 years ago. Nobody of us three, the other guys have been there at that time, but he just kept on going. And then Pulle, the bass player, came 88 after 2 years when the first band broke up. And these two, that's like they like an old couple. They're married for 38 years. They know each other without talking. And so I think these two are like body and soul or heart and soul of the band. And they're cool, cool in the
So you
best.
I'm sorry, you're talking about Nikki Sudden, right?
No, I
Oh,
talk about the bass player of the Creeping Candies and then the singer and guitar player Hölle. Um,
oh, okay. Okay.
those two guys. Nicky Sudden was kind of the glam happening, and they started and thought about, we want to get shows, but nobody's gonna book us, so we do our own shows and book cool bands that we like and play as the starters. So, and were fans of Nicky Sudden, and so one of the first concerts they were promoting was with Nicky Sudden, and he liked the guys, and so there was like a friendship over all these years till 2006 when he died.
Yeah.
So I think it's the mindset. It's the mindset that you don't take yourself too serious and stay calm, even if everybody is flipping. And that's why the band is still here.
Yeah, that's really great. That and you've done a lot of work with the socials and with producing some of your videos and some of this stuff. Next one, how has your sound evolved from those early raw garage records to the new album Invincible? And I had been watching the tracks and traces, which goes through a lot of those years, and I think that there's another episode left to come.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
last episode, the last
yeah.
10 years is going to come in September.
Oh,
Uh,
cool.
yeah,
Yeah,
then
you
it's
did a great job on putting the first two together.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's
So,
fun. Yeah,
yeah.
so
It
So,
would be. Sorry.
how did to keep it simple, we all got better. Like,
Yeah.
uh, it started like a post-punk thing when we all heard, "Hey, it doesn't need much. You can start a band and play." And then what was the difference to all the other bands was that we all like music from the 60s and stuff like that. And so we and the music from the 60s was not so complicated, and it was easier to play like that. And so this was like, let's say it's the heritage. And then in a long time, if you're doing it for 40 years, you learn something. You learn to play your instrument in a better way. You got more taste, and then you get more influences. And in the first years, it had to be like this. And if you get older, you say, "Oh, let's try something like that or something like that." And that's why it changed because we
Yeah.
do it for us, and we love to try things out.
Yeah, I see that. And hearing some of the older music, some of the earlier stuff, it seemed to me to be a little bit darker.
Yeah.
And then there was a point where a clearer or a cleaner sound came out, but both are really great though. And now it's wonderful to watch you guys playing live.
It's a part of it is like we practice it, and and a lot of it comes out in the moment, and we worked on it so that we could improvise, and it won't be a chaotic thing of two guys hitting each other. And this was the thing we worked on quite a while.
Yeah, you've worked it out. What you hear though is you hear, or what I hear is I hear a lot of feeling that's coming out from the stage. So there's still, it's got an improvised feel to it. I'm not sure how much of it is actually kind of improvised at the moment and what actually is practiced, but it's blended so it's so tight, but in a kind of a loose way.
What you heard, indeed, it is because we love to play live. And even in studio we do things as live as possible because we think it's all about the magic of the moment, and the idea is to catch the right magic in the right moment. And so it's not that fixed, the music, and it never has been because of Hölle, Christian. And he's so into the music that sometimes you even can't tell what he's thinking in that moment because singing and playing the guitar and all this stuff, and he's really into it. And you can see if he likes what we are doing when he's starting to dance. It's a very special kind of dancing, but then we know, okay, now we are doing it the right way.
Cool. Yeah, you do. It works for you guys really well. With Invincible, you didn't just
Yeah.
release the music, you pressed it on vinyl. So why was that such an important part of the process for this album?
Yeah, when we realized that it's going to be 40 years this year, we thought that it was last year, and we thought, okay, maybe we should think how to celebrate the year. And one thing was to hear, to listen what we did in all these years, and to do like a compilation. It's called Tracks and Traces, or Celebration. And we thought it might be fun to release it completely in the modern way, on completely digital, no old school stuff. And then we thought, okay, we do a new record which is made in this year, and we do it completely the old style, old school style. So that's why we thought, okay, this must be on vinyl. The last vinyl from the Creeping Candies was 1988, the second album. So, and it was like we play with these years and stuff like that. And in Augsburg, the city we live in Germany, there's a pressing um, company. They press vinyls, and a lot of friends of ours they work there. It's cool dudes, musicians who said, "Okay, I love vinyl, and I learned to do them," and we could go there, and we knew everybody who's working there, and we thought, "Oh, this is great because it's made in Augsburg. It's completely made in Augsburg. It's never left the town for something which is done to it." So this was for us emotional.
Yeah, I think that was a really good move, especially for you guys. I have a copy here, but you got that you sent,
Yeah.
because I've got it. I had it out, took it out, but when I first pulled it out, like it's amazing. I haven't had vinyl in my hands for like so long. But
Mhm.
I was very like careful. There's an insert, an in sleeve there, and the album. But I mean, I was very careful the way that I was touching it and that I packed it back up. And it was great just to, so I said, just sat down. I just looked at the album, like I used to do and read the back. I read that and I went through all the notes and the pictures that are inside. And I mean, wow, what a package to receive. That was so nice of you guys to do that. I thanks very much for that. But it brought back a lot of memories. Like it really, like a touch, touch has something about memory. There's something in memory with touch. And it's something that I just never thought about, like for years and years and years. And then I wanted to go on about why, like it's so good for you, it's so awesome for you to do this, is because it really represents sort of who you were back in the day. Like you guys were pretty big in Germany back then. Like you were like kings of the underground.
Yes.
I think you were playing, yeah, I think you were playing some pretty large stuff, places. I
Big
like you've got,
venues. Big venues.
yeah, like you've
Not
got,
stadiums, but really, really well known and big venues. Yeah. And
yeah.
to play a big venue is not the thing, but when there's a lot of people in there, that's the thing. And it used to be, but it's long gone.
Yeah, I know. But I mean, if there's newspaper articles, there's write-ups, there's pictures of everything. So that was, well, I noticed that in the documentary that I was watching. But I mean, just to point out how popular you were back then, and still are, because I know that you still hold quite a reputation, and it's sort of centered into mostly into Germany, right?
Yes,
Around
yes.
where you are, but it does reach out to other countries, and it's reached here to us. So.
Yeah,
That's wonderful.
we've got some fans over in the UK, but it's so much money to come over to the UK, so that we would like to, but I don't think that we can make it, or the US. We'd love to play the US, but yeah.
Yeah. So, if someone's just discovering your music now, like me,
Mhm. Okay.
where should they start, and what should they expect when they press play?
Hmm. Where should they start? Of course, I want to say start here, start with Invincible because it's the newest thing. But that's why we put out these tracks and traces thing because if you if you listen to that, you can see how the band has changed in some ways and in other ways never changed. I was really impressed how high Hölle did sing in these old days. I forgot that. Now he's got a voice like mine, and I sing him mostly really in a dark voice. But at that time, he was like, remember, he was 17. Yeah, and his voice was much higher. So you can like start a safari there, and then we got the live recording, which was planned for like nearly the 40 years after the I think the second album there was I found it in an article. I forgot it. There was rumors about Creeping Candies are going to do a live album. And I remember several times when we did record live shows and went off the stage and thought, wow, this was brilliant. And then heard it and said, okay, there was so many mistakes, we can't put it out. And on that night, when we did the live recording in 2023, it was like a magical night when everything fell together because there's so much things depending on the atmosphere and how we interact. And this is not every night like it is on this recording. So this is like the biggest present for us was to listen to it. And then we had the cameras rolling so you can watch the videos too. Yeah, this would be a good start. Maybe start with the compilation tracks and traces on all streamers. It's gonna be ready in December this year, and then you get the full picture, and then from that on you can listen to newer recordings or the live recordings and stuff like that.
That was a really good interview. Thank you so much for doing this, Sebastian. And is there anything else that you'd like to add?
It was really a pleasure to be here. Thank
Okay.
you so much.
Thank you.
And yeah, to all those people outside, try to have fun, but to listen to music, try to see live bands, and see this is so much difference to hearing music from tape or online like that is to be in that moment. So don't forget, music is a thing which is happening in the moment. So please, for your own health and for your soul, I
Yeah,
advise you go see bands.
absolutely.